Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss regarding metal ligand bonding. I am Dr. Devang Pandya from Department of Chemistry, St. Xavier's College, Autonomous, Ahmedabad. Let's discuss some syllabus point. I'm going to take your Unit 2 CH5502 metal ligand bonding. The syllabus points are: we're going to discuss today regarding the prerequisite of topics for self-study, basic terms related to crystal field theory, fundamental terms and definitions of pi bonding and molecular orbital. Along with this, in prerequisite, we'll also going to discuss what are different type of bonds you have studied from lower standard up to this semester, and what type of bonding is there, bonding theories are there, and then how metal ligand is going to interact. So getting this prerequisite will come to our title, metal ligand bonding. Now, in different type of bonding, ionic bond, covalent bond, metallic bond, hydrogen bond interaction, intermolecular interaction, besides all these kind of interaction, how metal ligand interact and result into bonding, and what is energy association in this bond formation, we're going to discuss in metal ligand bonding. Which type of bond is going to be formed in metal ligand bonding? That is our main discussion for metal ligand bonding. Metal ligand bonding includes so many theories. So we will going to study different type of bonding theories: valence bond theory, ligand field theory, crystal field theory, and then molecular orbital theory. In crystal field theory, when the metal and ligand have electrovalent attraction and it result into bond formation, and due to that the d orbital splitting take place when ligand approach to central metal ion, and at that time the bond formation take place. The energy differences will play a vital role in formation of metal ligand bonding, but yet this bonding theory has some sort of limitations. So in our next syllabus point, we're going to explore the limitation of crystal field theory, and after that we're going to study the main part of this unit, that is molecular orbital theory. And for this molecular orbital theory is not for simple inorganic molecule, it is for complex compound. And in this complex compound, our discussion is based on octahedral, tetrahedral and square planar geometry of complex compound. In this octahedral, tetrahedral and square planar complexes, three different type of interactions are there between metal and ligand. First interaction is sigma donation. There only sigma donation take place between metal and ligand for metal ligand bonding. So we will going to study different type of complex compound in which metal and ligand interaction has only one type of interaction, that is sigma donation. Then another one is sigma donation and pi donation, and the third one is sigma donation, pi donation and pi acceptance. This pi donation and pi acceptance is going to have a pi bond formation between metal and ligand. So pi bonding and molecular orbital, what type of relation is there in between these two, that we are going to study, and that is with different example as well. When we discuss regarding molecular orbital theory, we need to go through 4 different steps to explore the molecular orbital theory for complex compound. Step 1, in which we need to identify the valence orbital of central metal ion participate in this metal ligand bonding, and we're going to assign irreducible Mulliken terms to each valence orbital of central metal ion. Step 2 is ligand group orbitals. In ligand group orbitals, 6 ligand when we talk about octahedral complex, and 4 ligand each when we will going to discuss regarding tetrahedral and square planar geometry, will going to form a group of orbital known as LGO, ligand group orbitals. And this ligand group orbital formation, in which we are going to study how ligand interact with valence orbital of central metal ion and how sigma donation take place. Sigma donation, pi donation take place. Sigma donation, pi donation and pi acceptance take place. Then after step number 3, in which we are going to study how molecular orbital is formed. Well, you know friends, in molecular orbital theory, this is the main theme of the molecular orbital theory, is that when molecular orbital forms, there shouldn't be any identity left for atomic orbitals, and the electron participate in bonding, now enter into new kind of orbital known as molecular orbital. So we'll learn how to generate wave function for different molecular orbital, BMO, bonding molecular orbitals, and ABMO, anti-bonding molecular orbitals. This is step 3. And in step 4, we're going to construct MOED, molecular orbital energy diagram. So this MOED construction would be the last step, and that will going to give us the information regarding bond order, bond strength, and other information regarding metal ligand bonding. So this is the stuff that we need to go through in this unit, and it has a weightage of 14 marks. To study this, you require reference books. I recommend 4 different reference books from which you can make your notes. Among them, the first one is the Symmetry and Spectroscopy of Molecules by K. Veera Reddy. Generally, when I will going to discuss the sigma donation, pi donation, sigma donation, pi donation, and pi acceptance interaction between metal and ligand for common complexes without specific example, this reference book is most useful to study the 4 different steps involved in molecular orbital energy diagram construction. This is another book, Inorganic Chemistry by James E. Huhe. In this James E. Huhe, the theory is already given much in the similar way, but the construction of MOED is not complete one, and therefore there should be little doubt raised in student. But yet the theory concept for MOED diagram formation, or either we can say sigma donation, pi donation, sigma donation, pi donation, and pi acceptance interaction, is well given in this reference book as well. The third one is Inorganic Chemistry by Shiver and Atkins. This book also includes some sort of information regarding the molecular orbital theory for complex compound. And the fourth one for some fixed example, say for example hexaamino cobalt complex, hexafluoroion complex. For such kind of different examples, how to construct molecular orbital diagram is given in this book in very easiest language, that is Inorganic Chemistry by Satyaprakash Doli. Now friends, let's discuss the different type of bonds. In your lower standard, you might have gone through different type of bonds such as ionic bond, covalent bonds, polar covalent bonds, non-polar covalent bonds, metallic bonds, ionic bonds, and Coulomb's law, how Coulomb's law is going to be the main factor in defining the ionic bonds. London dispersion forces between the two ion participating in formation of molecule. As I said, molecular interaction, two type of molecular interactions are there. Van der Waals forces, weak van der Waals forces also going to bound two elements together in a molecule, and hydrogen bonds. Then some terms which is there to explain the different type of bonds: electronegativity and bonding, what is the relation between these two, metallic nature of element, ionic solids, metallic solids, molecular solids, and covalent network solid. Here one example of ionic solid and the energy association with this ionic solid is given. But when we discuss regarding bond formation, you need to know that without bringing two elements to a specific distance, bond formation won't take place. So to understand this, we need to all study the collision theory as well, and what sort of energy changes take place when two either ions or element interact with each other in formation of bond. Here you can see that one ligand substitution reaction of complex compound has been given for octahedral geometry. When this red dot is trying to interact with the central metal ion over here, it's going to distract and substitute one molecule from it, and what energy changes take place that you can notice in this presentation as well.